Hi guys, welcome back and thanks again for joining. Today's prompt is simply doodles, and we're going to kind of go through a bunch of different shapes, patterns, designs, symbols to create our own page of doodles per se, and it's going to be kind of our own abstract art by the end of it. This project is especially for those perfectionists out there, or for people that are having a hard time figuring out where to start and how to start, and just overthinking art, because that happens a lot, and sometimes the blank page is a little scary to start with. So this is just to get the creative juices flowing again. It's an easy prompt. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can follow along, you can go off and do your own thing. There's really no rules to how this is going to go today. I'm going to simply mention different types of lines or shapes or symbols that you can use, and then you can go from there. Okay? So, to begin, I want to start off just with straight lines. Okay, so we've got our nice blank page. Your straight lines can go all the way across in any direction, or they can be small straight lines in random sections. They can be really small, they can be long, like however you want these straight lines to be, in whatever direction you want them to go. However you want to do it, it's fine. Remember that we have quite a few different lines and patterns going on our page. So don't go too crazy in filling up your page, but take some time right now, add some straight lines in there, and then we will move on to our next type of line or pattern, okay? Oh, and also you can use markers, pencil, crayons, pens, whatever you want to use. I'm just gonna go crazy with the markers today and use a bunch of different colors and see what happens, okay? All right, next up we are going to be doing wavy lines. So basically it can go from a gentle wave to really big squiggles. It can look more like a hill. Any sort of line that is bent can be considered a wavy line. Again, it can be long, you can fill your whole side, it can be short. You can connect it to your straight lines. Don't be afraid to overlap things. So go ahead and add some wavy lines onto your page. All right, so I've got a few different wavy lines going on there. Some are a little bit curly, some are more like waves, some are like hills, all of those. Again, don't worry about filling up your page early on, because we've got lots of shapes to go through and things will end up overlapping, so don't worry about that. So the next shape that we are going to do is similar to our wavy line, but we're going to do more of like squiggles and spirals. Okay, so squiggles are more like tight curvy lines. And then the spirals are the classic spiral that starts in the center and makes its way out. Okay, so add some squiggles and spirals to your page. Keep going, and we'll come back after that. All right, next up is dots or polka dots. They can be hollow dots, they can be filled in, they can be tiny, they can be large, they can be donut shaped. Basically anything circular, you're good to go. So start adding those dots to your doodle designs. Again, they can overlap things, that's fine, or you can just have it in the blank space, whatever feels best for you. But let's do that now. All right, so we've got our circles or polka dots done. Next up is boxes or rectangles. So squares and rectangles of any shapes. Start adding those in now. Okay, so we've got our boxes and our rectangles all over the place. As you can see, things are starting to overlap. that's fine. That's the point of this. It's gonna be just a page of doodles. There is no rhyme or reason to how things are going on here or where they are going. So don't try to make a reason for it because you'll stress yourself out. The next symbol or design that we are going to do is stars. You can do stars however you prefer to draw them. They can be the lines just drawn through them. I've got a couple examples here actually. So you can do them like this, you can do them where you cross it through the center, or you can do them the other way where it's all on the outside. Any of those are fine. Just a star-like shape. Fit them in wherever you like on your page. All right, next up is what I like to call blobs. So random shapes that look like you dropped paint on the table. A blob can be disfigured however you like. It's all attached, but it's kind of misshapen. For example, I'll do one right here just to give you an idea. All right, so there's a blob. It's just kind of shaped in all sorts of different ways. Okay, so you can fill your page with some blobs now, of all different shapes and colors and sizes. Let's do this. All right, so I actually decided to color in some of my blobs just because I was feeling it. You guys are always welcome to color things in. Go with however your creative process is taking you, wherever it's taking you. Okay, next shape, we are doing hearts. Okay, big hearts, little hearts, hearts together, hearts with arrows in them. However you want to display your hearts, let's add them to our doodle. All right, we all have our hearts in there. Next up is triangles or mountain shape structures, okay? So they can be complete triangles or they can be the zigzag of what like a mountain scheme would look like. Or I'll even open it up to just zigzags. So any sort of mountain zigzag triangle-like shape, start adding it in. All right, last but not least, we are doing floral patterns or pictures of sorts. So that can include petals, leaves, full-on flowers. You can turn some of those earlier polka dots or circles into flowers, anything along those lines, okay? So fill in whatever space you're thinking needs to have a little bit more chaos going on in there. With some floral designs. All right, you guys, so you should have a relatively full piece of paper with all of these lines, shapes, symbols within it somewhere, and it will be your own abstract doodly piece of work. And there's no particular image that you need to see from it. There's no particular purpose of it besides getting over the idea that you have to make something specific. This is just for fun. It's a good way to clear your head. It's a good way to get over your anxiety and just get a little artistic and creative. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that prompt. It's one of my favorite ones because I don't have to think at all. I will see you guys again next time.